With the rise of overpowered, near-generous assassins and aggro brawlers as a whole recently, it's easy to forget that, well, other types of aggro brawlers still exist. And one of those brawlers is Alli, who not only survived but thrived by being an assassin from older times, the ones she may have thrived too well. And in this video, we'll talk all about Alli, her basics, and her design as one of the last great stealth assassins. Let's start out with the basics. Alli is pretty tanky for an assassin, having 7800 health and a fast movement speed. First of all, let's talk about her traits. Her first trait is that she can walk on water. Her second trait is a lot more interesting. When at least one enemy with under 50% health is on Alli's screen, Alli gains a 30% movement speed increase when she's moving in the general direction of the enemy. A path then shows up to the enemies, even if they're in bushes. When enemies move out of the range or begin healing above 50% health, Alli's rage will persist for another 5 seconds before going away. Now let's talk about her main attack. Alli's main attack sees her dash forward 2.67 tiles, dealing 2600 damage. However, if she's in a bush or in water, she jumps 3.67 tiles and deals the same damage. Her reload speed with the dash is 2.1 seconds, which is slow, and 2.8 seconds with the jump, which is very slow. Alli's super sees her turn invisible for 7 seconds, revealing twice during her invisibility period. Her super also alters her next main attack to deal 25% of the current health of the enemy. And finally, we're done with the basics. Let's now talk a little bit more about Alli herself, starting with an interesting topic: her status as an amalgamation of brawlers. This is definitely a bit of a heated subject, as a lot of brawlers nowadays are seen as amalgamations of other brawler mechanics, but Alli might have the most out of any. It's a lot, so bear with me. First of all, her dash attack is very similar to Mortis, and her jump is basically Miko's jump. Her having 2 separate main attacks is quite similar to Kenshi, another assassin, but also to Juju, who is the only other brawler in the game with environment-based attacks. Of course, there's her super, which lets her go invisible just like Leon. And don't forget her health-based attack, just like Colette. Of course, this all brings up a new question. After a certain point, does having too many brawler mechanics in a single brawler make the brawler more or less unique? Let me know in the comments because I think it's an interesting question. But anyway, let's start talking about her gameplay. While she's had her moments at the very top, those moments are no longer there, so it's important to actually play her with precision like a true assassin. The main thing you have to keep in mind with Alli is the fact that her reload speed is so slow, especially for an assassin. What this means is that every shot matters when you're playing as Alli, similar to Mortis, but even more. This is also why using her attacks for movement is very dangerous in the wrong situation. It could remove a very valuable ammo, especially if you use the jump for the extra range. Because her reload speed is so slow, her DPS is affected as a result. This often means that in 1v1 situations against brawlers with solid DPS, it will often end up in a defeat for her. This is why it's so important for her to pick and choose her matchups carefully, like an actual assassin, instead of just murking everyone. However, there is one catch to this, and this comes from her bonus attack from her super. This can easily change matchups and basically double her DPS if done properly. At the end of the day, going in for the kill or not really depends on your ability to do math on how much health your opponent has compared to the damage you'll do. Talking more about her gameplay, she plays like a true assassin, and more specifically a stealthy assassin. Her gameplay is characterized by waiting for the perfect moment to strike, usually in a bush. Bushes are especially important for Alli, as it helps cover her when she's reloading ammo, but also allows her the jump ability, which can easily take enemies by surprise. Anyway, her gameplay really comes in bursts, and that burst usually comes when an enemy is at lower health. With her speed boost and her ability to move with her attack, she can quickly get to the lower health enemy and take them down. This works even better with her super, which allows her both increased damage and the ability to stay invisible most of the time, creating a mostly lethal combination against the right brawlers. And this bonus damage can help even against the wrong brawlers, such as tanks, who will see their health quickly go down. In this way, Alli can actually help support the team a little bit, by taking big chunks out of tankier brawlers for the rest of the team to help take down. Furthermore, she can also help support the team in other ways actually. She can help finish off enemies that have been damaged by the rest of the team, Or if you're in an actual team, Alli can also help point out locations of enemies hidden in bushes. Now let's talk a little bit about her history. Let's start out with her release, which was quite the release. It's not a stretch to call her one of the greatest brawlers of all time on release, with just how broken she was. First of all, her health. With an assassin, especially a stealth assassin, you can't make them too tanky or they're no longer requiring the stealth aspect of their kit. And that's exactly what happened with Alli on release. But that wasn't all, unfortunately. Her reload speed, another reason why she currently is quite difficult to play, used to actually be better for both her jump and her dash. Of course, this made her even more powerful, as there wasn't as much value for each shot, meaning she could use more attacks to simply dodge or use as an approach tool. Finally, some of her unlockables were also quite overtuned, such as her cold-blooded gadget and the You Better Run star power. All of this combined to make one of the most lethal brawlers in the game, and a brawler definitely way too powerful to be considered a true assassin. So, how did she get to the point where she could be considered one? Well, of course, by getting nerfed to the ground. Well, not exactly. She had her down moments for a bit, but a global hypercharge nerf and a bit of a meta shift allowed her to be, currently, a pretty balanced and solid brawler. Now let's talk about her unlockables. Alli's first gadget is Feed the Gators, which sees Alli's next main attack heal Alli for 100% of the damage dealt. This is a pretty solid star power and really helps in 1v1 situations that are more uncertain, as it allows a massive health increase that can be a difference maker. Her second gadget is Cold-Blooded, allowing her to be enraged for the next 4 seconds if enemies are visible. This is another solid star power as it gives her all the benefits of being enraged, such as seeing enemies in bushes and the speed increase without needing to fulfill the health requirement. Now her star powers. Alli's first star power sees her auto-regenerate her health 1.5 seconds after battle rather than 3 seconds. This isn't anything too crazy, as it simply allows you to heal faster, which is always important, especially when recovering after a battle, so you can get back into the action faster. Alli's second star power is You Better Run, You Better Take Cover, which sees her attack reload speed increase by 25% when enraged. This is a very, very useful star power, as her reload speed is probably her biggest weakness. This, as I said earlier, makes her main attack usable for multiple things such as movement, dodging, or attacking, of course. Now her hypercharge. Alli's hypercharge sees her bonus damage attack deal 25% of the enemy's total health, rather than their current health. It also sees Alli heal for 20% of the damage she deals. This is a very solid hypercharge, giving her the full bonus damage, while also more importantly, giving her solid healing that could, once again, be a game changer in these 1v1 situations. Overall, Alli is a pretty interesting case. For an absolutely broken release as one of the best brawlers of all time, and certainly not a true assassin, or even a stealth assassin, to one of the best examples of a true assassin currently, and one of the more balanced brawlers in the game. It seems like Alli is what the ideal balancing for these broken release brawlers should be, and hopefully more brawlers will receive similar balancing in the future, but you never know with Brawl Stars. A big thank you to Orcafunny for helping with the video, and as always, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe to help support the channel. If you want to support the content even further, become a member for some special perks like helping out on videos or choosing PowerPoint brawlers. And finally, watch this video, or check out this playlist, or join the Discord server, or check out my music channel if you like the music in the video.